I know that you are taking a risk listening to someone that you probably don't know, and I'd like to acknowledge you for being here because this is a risk listening to me. And even though I've been privileged to speak here and abroad, even though I've been speaking for different companies and universities, the things I'm sharing here are things that I have never shared with a lot of people, but they have changed my life, and I hope these stories help you with yours. And let me tell you now, I would be the first one on my phone, on Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook. I would be the first one to leave the room if I thought a talk was boring. I would not want to be in that room. So let me start by saying to you now, this is a safe place. Thank you for taking the risk of listening to me. Now let me start with my story. I was a first year medical student. It was 2004. I was in Manila. I was there for the first time alone. No parents, living alone, living the life of the medical student. I was so excited because this was an adventure for me. Of course, I was enjoying the studies and everything, but later, as time passed, as I had more things to do, I felt the pressure. I felt overwhelmed by so many things. And one night, it was hot, it was humid at 2004. After eating some Chinese food, I had a pain at the back of my head as I was thinking, yes, Chinese food. I was thinking of my then girlfriend who I recently broke up with. She was in Cebu and I was in Manila. It just didn't work. I was thinking of my new relationships here in Manila, and then I was thinking of the exams, the quizzes, the research, the group work. So many things were going through my head that my head actually hurt, and that pain went to the back of my head. I felt an overwhelming sense of dread inside me, and my heart was beating really fast, and I could feel my chest rising. And that was the reason that I needed to rush to the hospital. And when I sat down and they took my blood pressure was 180 over 130. Now, that is enough to give a person a heart attack or a stroke. And I was admitted for 3 days in the hospital. My mother flew in from Cebu to Manila, and that was when I realized I had my priorities wrong. I was focusing on all the wrong things because, as humbling as that experience was for me as a patient, nothing was wrong with me. My my hypertension was essential. But in that moment in the hospital, with my friends coming in to greet me, with my mother, with the residents, everyone who cared for me, I realized that I was so grateful because I had family. I was so grateful because I had friends who cared for me. I was so grateful because I had this life. We take these things for granted, like our hands, our feet, the air that we breathe, the life that other people just don't have anymore. That was when my journey in developing myself started, because I was overwhelmed and focusing on so many different things in life that I thought were important. Well, let me tell you that what you think is important may not be that important. That you have so many things in life that are positive, that are going for you, that the universe is actually on your side. So I hope you choose gratitude all the time. Now, fast forward to 2018. We're going to talk a little bit about professional development because this was a time where I'm already a consultant. It was Father's Day, and I had a present for my father. We were invited at his house. All the relatives were there. We were eating. So it was a happy place, good vibes. But we were talking with my father about orthopedics, and he is one of the main reasons why I became an orthopedic surgeon, because I idolized him. He is my idol. I respect him so much. I love him so much. But he doesn't always agree with me. And in that moment at the dinner table with all the relatives, he said into my face that he did not trust me. And that hurt. That hurt a lot, because I've been an orthopedic surgeon, I've been through medicine, I've been through residency training, I've been through subspecialty trainings here and abroad. And when my father said that, I stood up. I had to leave. because that hurt. And when things like this happen to you in your professional life, you have to stand for what you believe in. You have to choose yourself. You have to love yourself. I mean, you cannot let criticism in. You cannot. You're going to have mistakes in life and you're going to learn from them. But that does not give you the right to criticize yourself, to diminish you. No. The next day, because me and my father are actually sharing the clinic, he came to me and shook my hand and apologized. I was so happy. I love him so much. But my point here is that your professional development is something that you are going to need to pair with personal development. You can be a great doctor, an even better doctor, when you enhance your skills, but that does not make you a better person at all. My point here is, once you gain things in life that you think are your goal, you won't always be happy. When you are a medical student, you say, I'm going to be happy when I become an intern. When you're an intern, I'm going to be happy when I become a resident. Those types of happiness are fleeting, because you're always chasing the horizon. You're always chasing the horizon. And to prove a point, let me bring you to a time in 2017 when I was already relatively busy in my practice, and I had my boy Lucas, who was 3 years old. So I was grateful, I was happy, because I had a busy practice, I had a family, and in terms of society, maybe I would be a success in terms of society. But that night, I came home late because I was busy in the office. And when I came home that night, about 8 p.m., because of the traffic in Cebu, my boy Lucas, he was there. He was there waiting for me, because I was always the one to give him a bath. And I was tired, I was stressed out, but I gave him the bath. And what did he do in the bathroom? He peed on a cup, and he poured that urine on my head. Oh, and I remember losing it. Next thing happened, I was spanking and spanking and spanking and spanking him until my hand hurt. And my boy, he was on the bathroom floor. He was crying on the bathroom floor. And I was crying as well. I was saying, Lucas. I was hugging him. I'm sorry, Lucas. And my innocent little boy, he said, it's okay, Papa. It's okay. Now that is a moment that I regret for the rest of my life, because he was traumatized for 6 months after that event. And it was so hard to make him happy again. But in that moment, I said to myself that things needed to change. Yes, I'm telling them our story. You remember our story? In the bathroom? Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. So as you become a better person, a better father, you will become a better healthcare practitioner.
Okay, so I'm really very sorry. When my son heard his own story, he cried. So right now, did you know that the heart reserves the best and most oxygenated blood for itself before it gives blood throughout the body? Now, this is something that I want you to think about. Choose yourself before others. Choose to forgive yourself. Choose to forgive others. Remember that forgiveness is a gift that you give to yourself. Stop, Kuya. Remember to choose self-love and self-compassion. And
okay, so the question is, where do you find happiness? Where do you find fulfillment? And where do you find this self-actualization? I'll give you a clue. It's not in the past. It's not in the future. What you have right here and right now, in the present, is your happiness. I want you to invest in the process. I want you to enjoy your journey wherever in life you may be. You may be a resident or a medical student or a consultant. Enjoy each step, every step of the way. Your life is perfect despite all the imperfections, despite all the trials. You're exactly where you are supposed to be. And this is really important. You have a goal, but you don't focus on the goal. You focus on the process. You focus on that journey and be happy, be grateful in the present moment.
so as healthcare providers, we are so approachable and we are really ready to help people. And right now, remember, do spend time for yourself every day. Feed your hearts, feed your mind, feed your bodies and souls. I hope you stay safe, and I hope to see you in the future. May our paths cross again. Bye-bye. Together. Kuya. So I'm so sorry that my boy is here and he just came into the room. This usually does not happen during my seminars or actual live face-to-face events. Okay, so if you have comments, questions, reactions, or if you would like to contact me, you can very much approach me. I'm on social media. You can also find me at my website, jonathanthornleys.com. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.